Okay, so this is where it starts to get sexy. Okay? Now, as an agent or a wholesaler, I hope that you will appreciate the beauty of this. Okay? You'll notice that so I submit the offer to the agent. I explain to them what to do with the BPO, what to do about the continuing to offer it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? This is on March 14th of 2012. Okay? So they send over a counter offer and they say, we understand that it's sold as is. They understand that the seller can cancel this agreement at any time, blah, blah, blah. And they understand that I owe more, that they owe more on the house and they have no money to close and, they remain, but here's the important thing. The property may remain on the market for the purpose of accepting backup offers until the lender approves a contract. That's their counteroffer to me. And I said, yeah, sure, why not? And I sign it and I accept it. Then they also send over a copy of an affidavit for arm's length transaction. Now, this is important. You'll receive this on every one of them. Basically, it says that you're not a family member, business associate, or share any kind of affiliation with the mortgagee, the person there. There's no hidden terms or special understandings between you and the buyer or their agents. At the time that I signed this, March, that is correct. There are no terms. There are no hidden special understandings between me or the seller. There never was. All the buyers and sellers nor their agents have any agreements, written or implied, that will allow the seller to remain in the property as renters or regain ownership, blah, blah, blah. None of the parties will receive proceeds from blah, blah, blah. That's pretty common, okay? This happens on every short sale, and that's okay. Basically, they want to make sure that the seller in no way profits from this transaction. If they're going to forgive him a couple $100,000, then they're going to want to make sure that he's not going to make any kind of money. And he says, yeah, sure, that's fine. And I say, of course, no problem, I sign it too. Then guess what happens? Boom, the seller signs the contract. He signs the whole thing just the way we wrote it, okay? Boom. Everybody's happy. Now, here's the magical part. This happened March 14th, 2012. Okay? I forget all about it. Now, escrow is always opened on every transaction, but the unique thing about short sales is that there's no requirement on most short sale transactions to submit any earnest money whatsoever up until the time that you receive a short sale of approval letter. And the reason why is because they want to make sure that, you get, why are you tying up $500 of your money for months on end when you don't even know that you're going to get it at your price? So you never really open escrow with money, although escrow itself is opened. Escrow is open so they can provide a HUD-1 and some of the other documents for the bank. So the escrow is already opened generally, but you never have to deposit any money. So what happens is, on March, I submit this offer. Now you remember from the previous issue, the pricing issue, we see that he had it on the market at $224. I come along the 14th. I make my offer for $115. I tell him he can keep it on the market. Sure, go ahead. And he says, sure, why not? I'll drop the price to $199 a week after they accept my contract. Okay? So he keeps it on the market. He drops the price again back to $185, and there's still nobody showing this thing as of April. Now, here is the thing. On or about June, 4 months later, I have completely forgotten about this transaction. I am actually in San Diego. Let me see if I can find it for you here. Whoops, that's not it. Ordinarily, I'm so prepared for this too. All right, so anyway, I completely forget about the transaction, and we get the short sale approval letter from the bank in May 31st, okay? Here's the thing. They say they owe $232,298. The approval is contingent upon certain things happening. First, the close of escrow needs to be on or before the 24th. The contract sales price, $115. Okay? Sales price is $115. Green Tree will accept and consider payment in the amount of $103,820 for the account. Now look, they owe $232. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. $232,298. What they will take is $103. Don't ever tell me that you can't do it, because I did. Now here's the thing. There is nowhere in this short sale approval letter any resale restriction. None at all. So what is the reason why you can't just flip this? So here I am in San Diego. Guy calls me up, says, holy cow, you'll never believe it. I said, what? He says, they'll take the $115. I said, great. I fly home, come over there, open up escrow. Okay? You can see this is an escrow receipt. This is proof that I have money down on this thing, $500. Okay? Now, once you open escrow, a bunch of magical stuff is starting to happen. Okay? Now, we get a title report back. All right? The title report, we take a look at it. We see that it's clean, blah, blah, blah. Here's the Schedule A. Me as the buyer, this person as the seller, blah, 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 legal description, all the things that they need to see, to record the title, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine, sure. Great. Now that's done. Got that. Now I got to sell this thing, right? So here's the thing. I go out and I hold it open. And it looks like it's about 7 minutes, so I'll tell you exactly what happened after that. Here we go.